I'm here at Warbirds Over the Rockies 2010 with some long-time competitors here, Scott and Ryan Davis, father and son team from all the way from Salt Lake City in Utah. They compete every year and always make the big effort to get all the way here. They've got 3 planes with them. Can you tell me about the first one, please?
Okay, the first one is a Balls USA Stearman Biplane, 116-inch wing, weighs about 32 pounds. We have a RC Showcase, 250 radial engine, pushing about 15, 16 horsepower, maybe a little less at this altitude.
And this is the one with the smoke that everybody loves to see.
Oh yeah, it's flying super dry smoke. That's really awesome. The plane is flying a Futaba 2.4 radial, high-tech servos, Futaba servos throughout, auto paint, rib stitching, a whole bunch of little fancy stuff that I incorporated myself.
And this is based on a museum example you had access to local to where you live, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct. We have one just up over the mountain in Heber, Utah, that the CAF was kind enough to let us just climb all over, take pictures, and they were really thrilled that we had done that for them.
Cool. And going back a few years, I remember first meeting you when you had the L-19. That's Valancourt, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was, a Roy Valancourt. Years ago, my son won the plans at a pilot's raffle at the QSAA, and he says, "Dad," he says, let's just nail this thing. Let's do everything we can to it." And once again, we found another L-19 over the hill in Heber, and the guys let us crawl all over it, take pictures. It has little bundles that it drops with parachutes, simulated rockets, detailed throughout on the inside, SIG corrugations on the flying surfaces, riveted, stitched, 3/4 ounce glass cloth, Walker 3.2 engine.
Yeah. There's always a lot of interest on that Vietnam era airplanes, because you see some F-100 jets and stuff, but this is quite an unusual airplane to see, and it's very busy, isn't it? There's lots of antennae and stuff going on. So
yeah, there's a lot going on inside. The seat is a replica of the seat. We put the fire extinguisher in the right place, map case and all that good stuff. Yeah, when you've got that much window area on the inside of an airplane, you can't not put the stuff in.
There's no goofing out on that. Yeah.
Exactly.
So the latest one's the Stagger Wing. Tell me about that.
Okay, the latest is the Stagger Wing. This is Nick Zaroli's design. We bought a kit cutter short kit. Got the plans from Nick. The fiberglass parts came from Specialties. We just took and did it in color text. The paint is Rust-Oleum, and it's a polyurethane water base on the wings. The fuselage is just a rattle can safety blue. And we've kind of got a neat little technique about keeping it all wet when we paint it. The interior is dynamic balsa, and those guys were gracious. It's covered top to bottom with RTL fastener screws, up and down. Robart retracts. This is a Fuji 64 engine that is just on magneto, but it's a great running engine. It's just a lot of fun. The rib stitching, we kind of took a little different approach. We actually used covering, and with a small set of pinking shears, cut all the covering out of strips. It was a very tedious process, but it kept me away from sanding in between every one of those stitches like you do with the other tape.
So although it was a long process, it cut down a whole lot on the previous process, yeah. So Ryan, where do you fit into all this, apart from spending your dad's money and kicking him into touch?
Well, as far as pit crew, I keep Dad straight, keep him in order.
Yeah, you sure do.
Sometimes when Dad goes out to the fields, he's quite lost, and at times it's burned him a few times. Yeah. So I'm kind of Dad's right wing, I guess you could say.
You do what a good son should do. Keep your dad in straight and level.
That's right.
All right. Okay, so 3 awesome aeroplanes, guys traveling a long way. That's what it's all about.